We have walked out to this lovely little point and are gonna try our luck on the Henry's Fork. You guys know my luck. Hey everybody, I'm Katie. That's Fluffy Dog. And those are the Grand Teton Mountains behind me. It's a little cloudy today. We're not going to be seeing much in the way of mountains. We are in Wyoming, and in the last episode we were stuck in quicksand right here. I left that area and drove all the way up to Jackson, where I am right now. Technically, I am in Jackson's Hole, which is the name of this large valley. And the town I stayed in is called Jackson. Jackson, Wyoming. Gateway to Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone Park, which we can't really go to because it's still winter and the roads are closed. So we are headed to Idaho. We've spotted some wildlife. There's a big herd of elk right there. I've spotted some more critters, but I can't tell if they're sheep or elk. They're kind of far away. I don't know if you can see them, but they're way up there on the hillside. Got my binoculars out, and they are definitely bighorn sheep, but I don't know if my camera can capture them on camera. I'm trying. Would you like to go meet the sheep? Yeah. No meeting the sheep for Fluffy Dog. There's some sheep and they're a lot closer. These are not domestic sheep. They are bighorn sheep, which are a native wild sheep. And they're cool. I don't think we're gonna see any moose or bison or mountains because of the weather, but it's cool seeing the sheep and the elk. And I think it's time to head to Idaho. We are getting to Idaho via Teton Pass, which goes over the mountains from Jackson to Driggs, Idaho. And then we're gonna head kind of more towards what's called Ashton, Idaho, and look for some camping over there and maybe do some fishing. But mostly we're looking for a little camping spot. I think Idaho is kind of one of those under the radar states where you don't really think much of Idaho, I don't think, but it's got mountains, beautiful, beautiful mountains, beautiful desert areas. It's got an inland rainforest, and it has so many hot springs, like so many hot springs, plus world-class fishing rivers. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's a pretty amazing state, and I'm excited to be going there. Again, I've been to Idaho a few times. It's a pretty cool place. But we have to get out of Jackson first. And fortunately, the traffic is not at all bad in Jackson today. One of the benefits of traveling in the off-season, especially in a place like Jackson, is there really isn't much traffic. In the summertime, this is a madhouse, but it, knock on wood, should be pretty smooth sailing out of town and over to Idaho. The cloudy skies that we've had all morning are now turning to rain, which is fine. I guess that's better than snow. But it may make setting up camp tonight a little interesting if it carries on. Teton Pass has a really steep grade. It's like 10% or something like that. And the Jeep is struggling a little bit. The speed limit on here is 45. I'm managing to get the Jeep up to 40. There is a lot of stuff in the Jeep that is weighing it down, so that that's part of it. But also Jeeps are just not very good at mountain passes. They're doing some serious reconstruction on the pass. It got washed away. Big parts of the road got washed away last year, I think it was. Maybe the year before. In the recent past, large portions of this mountain pass collapsed. And looks like they're getting it all back together. We're on the other side of the mountains, and the mountains are still pretty socked in with clouds. You can't see them. This part of eastern Idaho is all about farmland. Miles and miles of farmland. Mostly potato farms. You get really good potatoes in Idaho. We are coming up on a potential campsite, and I hope it works out because it looks like it would be a really good one if it works out. I don't know what the mud situation is. We'll be seeing. There could be mud. I think this could work out. Oh, this is gonna be a good camp spot. You think this will do? I think this will do. This is our camp spot for the night. We've got Henry Lake right behind us. Some mountains. The Jeep. Some more mountains. And this is a little slice of B.L.M. land, kind of tucked in between private land. And I think it'll do. It's a little bit rainy and drizzly, so I think we're going to put up our canopy. I wasn't planning to put up my awning room, just the awning, not the tent that goes under it, but it's raining pretty good and it may continue to rain, so I think I'm putting up the awning room. It's still raining pretty good outside, but we're tucked into the Jeep and I'm gonna work on some editing while I sit and stay warm with my diesel heater and my nice warm blanket, and we'll see you guys in the morning. I'm listening to all the geese and ducks and shorebirds and stuff, kind of making a racket. It's wonderful. And this was a great piece of land to find. And it's pretty random because it's not like a big chunk of B.L.M. land. It's literally just a teeny little sliver of B.L.M. land right next to Henry Lake. And it's pretty nice. Eat your breakfast. No pressure. Maybe eat some breakfast. Good boy. Let me show you where we are right now. We entered Idaho along this line and then kind of came up to a little place called Island Park. And there's a lake right next to Island Park. There's actually a number of lakes right next to Island Park. And the lake we're next to is called Henry Lake. Henry's Lake is known as a really good fishing lake, but it's also known mostly as where Henry's Fork of the Snake River starts. And Henry's Fork of the Snake River is a really famous fishing river. Legendary, even. I'm trying to think if I've actually fished on the Henry's Fork, and I don't think I actually have. But we're gonna. Although right now I'm just trying to figure out a way that maybe we can walk to the shoreline and check the shoreline out. But there's a lot of marshy stuff. You have no chance, Fluffy. No chance whatsoever. There are pelicans that somehow Fluffy thinks he has a chance of getting anywhere near. Not gonna happen. I've gotten just about as far as I can get without getting my feet wet. And we're pretty close to the lake shore. But there's so many birds out here. There are pelicans and sandhill cranes and some ducks and whoop and oh ah, and I have wet socks now. That's as far as we're going. The ground is now marsh. We're gonna walk out of the muck and I'm gonna find some dry socks. All right, Betty, you ready to go find some fish? You ready to go find some fish? Good boy. Is that your... There you go. You're a little bit of a mess. He's got mud on his ear and he's got mud down his back. Not sure how he manages that. It looks like where we were camping is one of the few places on the lake that's actually open water. Hence probably why all the birds were congregating there. The lake is still mostly frozen over. Before we go find a fishing spot, we're gonna take a stop at a little place called Big Spring. And it's someplace I've been a few times before. It's a big spring. In addition to being a big spring, the water from the big spring feeds the Henry's Fork. And you can take a float trip down it, and it's really cool to do. Not this time of year, but in summertime, you can take a float trip and in a kayak or a canoe or a paddleboard or whatever. And it's really fun. It's a nice, fun day activity. But we're not doing that right now. Technically, we could do a little inflatable kayak trip, but there's no shuttles running this time of year to pick you up at the end, so you'd have to take quite a considerable hike to get back to your car once you floated down the river. So we won't be doing that. And I have done Big Spring in a kayak before, and I will link in the description below a link to the video. It was a while ago, but it's a pretty cool trip. There's a lot of snow at Big Spring. Let's see how close I can get to it. There's a walkway right here that is buried in snow. So we're not going to take much of a walk. It's Big Spring. I just can't get very close to it right now because of all the snow. But it's very clear water, crystal clear, and there's a ton of fish in there. But there's no fishing there. So we have to go down the road. Come on out, Beastie. You got it. Good boy. We have our fishing rod. We have our fishing license. We have selected a fly. Let's go fish. Turns out, to go fish, we've got to cross this rather disreputable looking diversion dam. Oh yeah, that'll hold Fluffy's weight for sure. Go on, you can do it. Good boy. Good boy. But I'm just stepping on the metal parts because the wood stuff is not real stable. We have walked out to this lovely little point and are gonna try our luck on the Henry's Fork. You guys know my luck. Okay, little fly, time to be free. I think it's obvious there's no fish in this river. What? Are you registering disappointment? Or can you not figure out how to get over here? I think you can't figure out how to get over here. Hang on. Wait, buddy. There you go. There you go. What? Up here. Good boy. Now this way. Now this way. There you go. Here, I'll put the bushes out of your way so you don't have to deal with the bushes. There you go. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't even catch any shrubbery this time. We're gonna do some more fishing, probably. Right now, I want to go get a sandwich. We are near a place to get a sandwich. And I'm gonna figure out where we're gonna camp tonight, which I think is gonna be somewhere near the river so that we can do some fishing. I was getting all packed up and stuff, and I realized I forgot to show you guys how beautiful this landscape actually is. It's lovely. We have our beautiful Henry's Fork River and snow-covered mountains in the background. It's very lovely. And now I think it's sandwich time. If the sandwich shops are open. I'm not sure because of, no, I know where we're going. We are going to Ashton, Idaho, and we are getting a huckleberry milkshake and some tater tots. Welcome to Ashton, Idaho, which is just a small little ag town, kind of in the middle of nowhere, that has the Frost Top Drive-In. It's very handy. They come to your car and take your order. They have a menu board with all the things you can get. And seriously, the huckleberry milkshakes are to die for. Look at this milkshake. It's amazing. Tater tots with fry sauce. Gotta have the fry sauce. Probably should have gotten the smaller basket of tater tots. While I was stopped for a bit, I did some looking to see if I could find a camp spot for tonight. And there's definitely nothing on the Henry's Fork that where I could camp. There's lots of other ones though, so I just gotta pick. I see some signs of spring here and there in this very large, broad, flat farming valley. It's surrounded by beautiful mountains. It really is a pretty area. And while I'm familiar with some of it, I'm not familiar with where we're driving through right now. And I hope it leads us to someplace good. You know, this is potato farming country because of those. Those are potato sellers, and they're all over the place. Google Maps is having a little trouble out here. I suspect it's because these roads are probably maintained by the people who live on them. And they change them when the need arises.
Take the next left.
Yeah, it's telling me to turn left, and there is no left turn. That's where Google Maps just told me to turn left. There is no left. I think we're on the right path now, but holy moly, there are some pretty serious storm clouds happening. Oh, that's nice. Is this road gonna stay a road? It looks like there's a much better way down over there. I've been following Google Maps directions to a potential campsite, and it's leading me down this road, which you probably can't tell on camera, but is a little sketch. I have no doubt that the Jeep can do it, but that road, I think, goes to the same place. Oh, somebody's already camping down there. Oh, but there's plenty of places to get away from the one person down there. I mean, if that's the only super sketch part and it all goes to the same place, then you might go that way. It's definitely not the way you would go if you didn't have a four-wheel drive vehicle. I don't know if you can tell that, but there's, oh, hi Fluffy. There's Fluffy. And this road goes down quite a bit. It has quite a steep angle of descent. I'm like taking baby steps to walk down it so that I don't slide. But let me see where it goes. We're gonna not follow Google Maps because I'm just gonna walk down to it. But I'm pretty sure that this big hump is in the road to stop people from driving down it. Yeah, I mean, could I get the Jeep over that? Yes, it absolutely would go over that. But what I can see here is this pillar and that pillar there that I think used to hold a gate, and I'm pretty sure that you're not really supposed to go down there. So, come on, Fluff. So we're gonna go back and take the good road down to the river. Fluffy's way down there being very pokey about coming up, but this is the beautiful Teton River, and this is remains of an old dam. I'm gonna have to do some Googling and find out why that dam is no longer a dam. Like, did it burst or did they take it down? I don't know. Google didn't give me good directions to where I'm going, but it probably has good information about the dam. Can't see down over the edge right now because, well, but there's two cars down there right now that I could see over the edge just a little bit back. There looks like there's still plenty of room, but I won't have it all to myself. All right, come on out, beastie. This is very not bad. There is somebody else way over there. Looks like they're just fishing, so I will probably have it to myself shortly. And oh, yeah, we're gonna do some more fishing for sure. Way cool. Lovely canyon. Pretty sure it's the Teton River. Gotta look at my map. This will do, Jeeves. This will do. What do you think, Fluff? That's grass. You really haven't seen real authentic grass in a long time. All right, time to get camp set up, which isn't going to take long because I am not setting up the canopy, anything like that, and do some fishing. I'm going to try to be a little bit quiet because there is somebody fishing over there. He's kind of far away, but sound carries like crazy over the water. So we're going to be a little quiet. I'm going to change the fly that I was using this morning to a little tiny nymph. I do see a little hatch of buggies around, and they're little. We'll see if it works. We are going for this little guy. He's a prince nymph, I think. I'm gonna go get some fish. Let's go get some fish. I have no idea if this will be a good place to fish, but we are going to fish out on this little kind of jetty sort of looking thing into the river. I assume that this has something to do with the former dam, but I don't know. But that's where we're gonna fish. There's some noisy geese out there. Fluffy just dogging my footsteps. Are you waiting for the fish? When you saw Mom casting and you're like so hopeful and think I'm actually gonna catch a fish. That's a very nice positive affirmation, Fluffy. Holy cow! Oh, I caught a tiny fish. He's tiny, but he's real. You gotta set him free. Watch out, Fluffy, I can't see. All right, let's make sure you're okay after your little adventure. There he goes. I finally caught a fish. I just said like good night on the other camera and saw a fish rise and was like, oh, maybe I'll just cast a couple more times. We got one. The sun is getting quite a bit lower in the sky. It's getting a little cooler out. And I think it's time for us to turn in. I want to thank all of you guys for coming along with us. And if you like this video, subscribe below, like, comment, anything helps. We'll see you down the road.